Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here. Welcome to TAC Chat. This is actually number 3 now, I think. So, what's been going on over the past week or so? There hasn't been a massive amount that's come from RSI really, or Star Citizen. We've had a few little things. I think we've got the test drive at the moment on the Origin series, on all the 300 series. So if you log in at the moment, you can give them a go. By the sounds of it, RSI at the moment are planning on pushing the latest updates out onto the latest branch rather than wait for the FPS. What I've seen so far, the news that's coming out on the internet at the moment, it looks like the FPS module is weeks away. So is that going to be this week, next week, the week after? Who knows? But I suppose the good news is it's not going to be a month, so a bit of a bonus there. Chris Roberts is very shortly going to be back in the office as well, which is good news. It'd be good to see him back in a video. RSI have basically said they're going to be doing a weekly update now on the FPS module, so every week we're going to get a full rundown like we've been getting. It's called the Star Marine status update. The last one we got was, it was the July the 5th. So we're expecting probably going to be an update the beginning half of this week, so something to look forward to there. We've seen a few new flare items come into the game. Nothing really to get excited about really. These were sort of historical flare items that have come in. I think there's about 3 of them. Scythe artifact, the Starfare, and a couple others as well, and a few boxes as well. So nothing too major really. In the meantime, what have I been doing? Well, I've actually been playing some World of Warships in this sort of lull period. I don't know if you guys want to see any videos on it or not, but I could do it at some point. I don't know if you guys are interested in it. I've also been playing Arcs as well. I've played Arcs for around, I think I did about 60-70 hours in it. I've sort of built a base. I'll put a little clip in the video so you can take a look as well. Build a base. I've got a couple of dinosaurs. I've been feeding them up. The next thing I'm probably going to do, I need to build in some waterworks going down to the bottom river. There's a couple more dinosaurs I would like to get. I need to put the steel walls around the outside as well, the spikes. I've sort of done it on one side. Where I've actually located my camp, pretty dangerous there. I mean, I've had a couple of T-Rexes come down. It's pretty a dangerous point. I'm sort of on the tree line. The safest area seems to be on the coastline. World of Warships is now free to play. It was in closed beta, I think, before, where you basically had to buy a small ship to actually get to play the game. Now you can actually, anyone can play. Basically, just go to the homepage now and download. And it actually is good fun. When I actually originally thought of the concept of sailing around in a ship, I actually thought, oh, how the gun's going to work, how the firing's going to work. But actually, it turns out it's actually quite enjoyable. I've quite enjoyed it. I've done quite a few hours in it already. I've got a sort of, I think it's a tier 5 battleship, destroyer, and a few others as well. Going to take me quite a while to get to the tier 6. One thing they did do, there was an imbalancement change in the amount of XP and credits earned. Although you do earn a lot more credits than you do inside of World of Tanks, the progression is pretty slow after tier 5. You need like 65, maybe to 130,000 XP. When I say 130, the 65 is to get the ship, and the rest of it is probably to upgrade the modules. I've really been enjoying it, and I suggest guys give it a go. I mean, it's one of them games where you can go free to play up to about tier 5. You can play the game totally free up to tier 10, but obviously progression will be half the speed after tier 5. Progression between 1 and 5 is pretty quick actually, guys. I mean, you'll probably get yourself to tier 4 probably in about 2 or 3 sit-ins, probably, you know, 2 or 3 days of gameplay, not over the top gameplay. Definitely worth taking a look at. I've had some fantastic games. It's one of them games where it's really rewarding, and you get, when you have a good game and you get to the end, you're going to see in this video as well, particularly if you're in the smaller ships as well, because you can get like 7 kilometers close before they actually spot you, and a bit of camo paint helps as well. I think that gives you something -4 to detection as well. It's really, really good fun. Really enjoyed it. Like the torpedoes. I suppose the only downside is at the moment, I suppose once it's sort of, there needs to be a couple of adjustments. My only critique would be, I'd like to see probably 1 aircraft carrier per team. Sometimes what happens is one team has an aircraft carrier, the other one doesn't have it. The aircraft carriers have torpedo bombers, and they have normal bombers, and also they have fighters as well. The torpedo bombers, if they've got 2 and you've got 1 carrier, or they've got 1 you haven't, can be very challenging at sometimes, particularly if you've got a good player on the other team, because 1 salvo of torpedoes can totally ruin your day or wipe you out in 1 instance. So great fun, really enjoying it. Definitely go and give it a go, guys, and download it. If you download it, you don't like it, well, that's it, isn't it? What else I've been looking at? There's a few other games I've been looking at as well, and I put a little clip in here as well. One game also I've taken a look at, it's fair to say guys, it's not a game. I'm not recommending downloading it, but it's definitely one to keep your eye on. Another early backer. It's the era of crowdfunding and early backing. It seems to be the way that sort of games are going. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't necessarily disagree with it. I suppose the disagreement is you could back it could end up being absolute rubbish. The good side is actually, if it does get backed, it actually might become a game where it might have been fictional and they might have not been able to get the funding to actually make it. And the game is actually called Kingdom Come Deliverance. You can get alpha access at the moment. There's only about an hour, 2 hours playing it. Just incredible graphics, and the whole concept of the game just looks absolutely fantastic. It's going to be similar to like Witcher, I suppose, in some instances. Apart from this one, just looks, you know, far more realistic than Witcher, from what I can see. There's going to be, I think, around about 70 hours of main mission gameplay. And then there's going to be sub-missions as well on top of that. So very similar to sort of Witcher, but they're basing it more on the sort of realistic sort of side. It's medieval anyway, so you can see from the video here. The plan from them, I think they're doing an update every month or so. The last update took about 2 months. I'll also leave a link to their YouTube channel as well. Go and take a look. I watched their latest live stream. It's definitely worth it a watch, because the live stream really gives you a sort of a true idea what the actual game's about. But like I said, guys, this is in early access. Probably better off holding out until we see more game, because at the moment there's just not enough there really to actually warrant it actually even being a game. It's more like a development preview, I suppose. So that's around about it. So over the past couple of weeks, guys, I've just been plodding away. I'm sort of waiting for the Star Citizen side to sort of ramp up a little bit and start seeing some new content. I'm keen not to sort of push out lots of content for the sake of doing it. I have got a couple of videos actually I've got lined up to make. I've got the Hornet tracker, because I've not done that yet, and a couple others as well that I'm just working on at the moment, so they should be live in the next week or so. So that's everything from me from TAC Chat, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.